All right, number 19, y equals cosine inverse. Okie dokie. Now, what you should know is that to find an inverse, you take the original and you switch x and y. So actually, I'm just going to draw a little sketch of the cosine curve. 0, 1, pi over 2. So let's see, x, y of cosine. At 0, it's at 1. At pi over 2, it's at 0. At pi, it's at negative 1. At 3 pi over 2, it's back at 0. And at 2 pi, it's up at 1. So the inverse would be to switch those. Switch your x's and your y's. So 1, 0, negative 1, 0, 1, 0 pi over 2 pi, 3 pi over 2, 2 pi. So which of those has 1, 0 and 1, 2 pi? So 1, 0, choice 3, and 1, 2 pi, choice 3. Okay. And I think that's the only one that has both of those, so that's got to be it. Okay. How do I do it on the calculator? Well, if you're graphing a trig function, you go to your mode and you change it to radians. Now, if you're graphing a trig function, I want you to write mode really big on your paper. Okay? Go to your y equals, clear, and do second cosine of x. And you want to zoom trig, so zoom 7. And you can only actually see part of it. Here's why. These pictures here aren't actually functions. So you can see that it kind of comes down like that. And the only one that does that, and it, well, I guess it could be kind of confusing with this one. It's going to be between 3 and 2, but it actually doesn't go in towards the origin, so it's got to be number 3. Okay? We didn't like that question because the inverse isn't a function, so you aren't going to get a good graph of it on your calculator. Also, they shouldn't be doing that. They should be saying, you know, by restricting the domain or something extra, okay? So now that I'm done with that question, I see mode written on my paper, so I'm going to make sure I switch my mode back to degrees and clear out my y equals and zoom 6. Okay, that way my calculator is all set up for the next thing that I do.